Hey guys, welcome to Vaughn on Movies. I'm Vaughn Fry, your host, and tonight I'm looking at Gran Torino, the film directed by and starring Clint Eastwood. Walt Kowalski is an old man who has recently become a widower. His family doesn't much care for him, he doesn't care for them, he doesn't care for anybody but his dog Daisy, actually. And he's a pretty bitter guy with a history of war and Korea on his hands. Shortly after his wife's funeral, Walt gets mixed up with Sue and Tao, a pair of Hmong teenagers who are also his neighbors. Fairly good kids who are trying to live in a very corrupt area. And eventually they kind of grow on each other. And that was a pretty delightful little experience in how Clint Eastwood has mastered characters. It's not an abrupt thing, and some of the changes are slight, but you notice them when they're there, and it's pretty rewarding. Kind of a mix between Grumpy Old Men meets Menace to Society meets The Karate Kid meets Unforgiven. For much of the first half, I thought it was sort of a Mad TV trailer sketch. I didn't know if we were supposed to laugh at Walt all the time. Is he intentionally funny? Sometimes the laughs were intentional, sometimes they weren't. Snarling, get off my lawn, maybe a little over the top. Some of the exposition is given away in pretty hammy dialogue. Oh, hey, it's rough on Dad being here by himself, things like that. Everything's getting played up a little over the top. Who really goes to their grandmother's funeral wearing a football jersey? I thought that was kind of stretching for. I think we get the idea. Your kids are a little unappreciative, and the grandkids are brats. Okay, we got it. The way it's shot, it seems very serious, and at first I thought that it's a little weird that there's so many laughs in such a serious-looking film, and by the end it gets pretty grim. So that's a little odd. Now, I didn't think it was a particularly bad film. It just was a little disappointing from a guy who's won 2 Best Director Oscars. A fairly good performance here by Clint Eastwood. A lot of stuff you don't expect. One thing you don't expect is the almost constant racial slamming. And pretty much every racial slur is spewed out through the course of this movie by just about every character. And that's something I didn't really expect. And the ending is a little different too, but not to give anything away, I thought that was a somewhat plausible conclusion and something that would work in an effect. I thought it was a pretty decent movie, and if you are a Clint Eastwood fan, or maybe you're interested in seeing an old man teach some teenagers a lesson, or somewhat witty banter at points of time, fan of cinema, go ahead and take a look at Gran Torino. Well, until next week, this was Vaughn Fry for Vaughn on Movies. See you later.